Hello class, it's Mr. Benson. I'm here to help you, and hopefully you can help me figure out how to cut my spending. I'm over budget, as I'm going to show you in a sec. So I did the salary-based budget worksheet 2 for a fictional job of a radio broadcast manager. And as a radio broadcast manager in my job, I needed to go to college, which cost me some money that I have to pay back every month. And as a result of all my spending, of my wants and my needs, I'm over budget by $372. I need you to come through and help me trim my spending. In this unit earlier, we talked about wants and needs. And for most of this budget here, they're needs. Well, some of those need decisions included some wants, like my car, or how many meals I had, or how frequently I ate out. But food is a need, so I could trim some of that. But let's first look at discretionary wants, things that I might be able to change. I'm spending $95 a month going shopping, and part of that's social for me, going with my friends shopping. But I probably could cut some of that, but it's important to be realistic here. I probably could spend about $75 a month shopping. Starbucks, going to Starbucks twice a week for $5, that's not big of a deal. And again, part of that just is my reward for going to work on Fridays and other things, so I'm going to keep that there. Sports and entertainment, don't really want to cut that back. Don't really want to cut my travels. Well, I guess I could cut travel from $85. I'm saving up for a big trip to $50. That might mean every 3 months I could go somewhere. So I've cut my spending a little bit. I'm still at $317. So let's go back up to the top and look at this again. So I first of all put money aside for retirement and for savings. I remember Ms. Hoffman and Mr. Benson saying that it's important to pay yourself first. But this retirement thing, if I'm just out of school, do I really need to save for retirement? I could cut that out completely, but 5% really isn't that much, and it's better to put something away instead of nothing, and I'm paying myself first. So I'm gonna keep that. You may make a different decision, but for me, I'm gonna keep that. And let's work further down this sheet. So living, I decided to rent. I'm renting in Duluth with one other roommate, so there's 2 of us. That's not bad. It'd be more expensive to live on my own. I got renter's insurance. That's important. We decided not to get cable, so I can't cut that. We've got internet for $36. We've got I got a mobile phone, and I've got electricity for $163. Now I need electricity in order to charge my phone and have the internet and have a fridge. But I'm going to go back to that worksheet a second. On the worksheet here, internet costs $38 and gas and electricity cost $163. Well, that's fine if I'm living on my own, but it's probably not going to be $163 per person for electricity. Well, maybe in the winter, but I think that my electrical bill should probably be cut in half because there's 2 of us paying. It's probably going to be a little more than in half. I'm going to probably be paying a little more than half of $163 because there's 2 of us. So the fridge might use the same amount, but our computers, our phones are going to still pull a little more. But I'll divide that in half. And then since we're sharing internet, I'm going to cut that in half too. Not because I want to, but because that's more realistic. So half of electricity is a little over 80, but since there's 2 of us, it's probably going to be a little more than 163 too. So I'm going to say that my half will cost me 90. And then with internet, we're going to cut that in half, which is $18 a month. Public transportation, I'm not doing that. I'm only driving 25 miles to and from work. Can't work much closer than that, although I could bike to work. I still like that $20,000 car, but maybe that needs to go. I don't want to do that yet. I'll wait. Groceries. I said I'm going to spend $167 on groceries. Let's look at the grocery sheet. On the grocery sheet, $167 corresponds with really thrifty shopping. Medium portions, well, I like to eat snacks. And like I said before, I like my fancy cheeses and crackers. So I'm probably really not thrifty. I think I am more of a moderate 303 person. But because I've got to cut some money, realistically, maybe I should switch 167 to 242. I know what you're thinking. Benson, you're supposed to be cutting. But it only makes sense to be realistic if you're going to do a budget. So although it's increasing my food, since it's realistic, I'm probably going to have to cut somewhere else. Let's see what my cuts and the addition of 242 do. Oh, I'm $300 away. I need to get to 0 or somewhere in the positive number. I got to start cutting some more. Dining out, $120. Now, dining out for $120 is either eating out 3 meals a week at $10 a meal, or 2 meals a week at $120 a meal. Maybe I eat out once a week at $15 a meal, or maybe it's every other week at $30 a meal. I have a really nice meal. So I'm going to change it up to 60. Cut this in half to 60. I'm still probably, what, $240 over. I got to keep all the insurances, health, dental, eye care. That was a requirement for this. I originally had getting a haircut every other month. I don't think I can go longer than that. I don't have a gym membership. The grooming's required. I can cut my student loans. I could save a heck of a lot of money if I cut my student loans. Problem is I wouldn't be making this much money without my student loans, because it said in order for me to be a broadcast manager, I had to get a college degree. If I don't have the loans, then I don't have the degree. Or I could do what Miss Hoffman does. I could pick up a second job. She really likes softball, but she also gets paid to coach. And I know she works summer school and she tutors on the side. If I got a second job, that could help me. Nah, I really like my free time. I better cut somewhere else. Alright, if I do the Starbucks once a week, they save me $20 and cost me $20. If I did the sports, say, let's see, I did 1 marathon a year, 1 game a year. I'm going to say spent $15 a month in sports. And I already cut the travel. I've got to cut $186. You know what? I think for me, and you might be different, I've got to go with a less expensive car. Let me think about this. In real life, the car that I have, I had to replace because I was hit from behind last winter. And I bought a car for about $8,000. It gives me good gas mileage. It's reliable. I'm going to switch up my plan from the $600 a month to the $240 a month and find an $8,000 car. So this is a $8,000 car for $240. Just gonna have to do it, Benson. Yes, I'm in the clear. I have $174 that I can just blow, or keep it tucked away for a rainy day. Maybe save up for that new car that I want, or getting an apartment on my own. Good luck budgeting out your income in your budget so that you can get this to 0 or into the positive range. Have a good day.